Welcome to Coaching 101 with me, Dr. Tonya, Merriweather Gipson. And I have to tell you, I'm so elated to be with you today. Today, I'm providing you with basic coaching information. It's important that we realize that the world has changed. Because of this, we can work smarter and we can work faster. So I want you, as a coach that's listening in or someone that's trying to find out about coaching, that you write down some of the things that I'm sharing with you on today. They will be helpful in your journey as you go on to be a life coach. Because of this, I tell you, I have been myself just having to readjust, do things according to industry. I have had to get more training on the social media platforms. Even though I own a television network, I still had to get some training in social media and sharing on the different platforms like Facebook and um, Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. And so it's been very, very good for me as a professional. And it has allowed me to grow and evolve into an even better life coach. We can work remotely now. That's something we couldn't do before. And guess what? That allows you to be anywhere working. We have more mobility, which gives us opportunity to upgrade our communities. We can easily and clearly communicate with and work with people around the globe. Bottom line is we have more choices than ever. Listen, today with this free course, you will learn what is coaching. You'll learn why it's beneficial. And then I'll share some nuggets and tips that will help you in the industry of coaching. So, you know what? Let's get started. What is coaching? Well, partnering with clients is it's a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. In other words, a coach is someone who supports a client in achieving their goals. It's very important that you understand this, that your role is to what? Support a client in achieving their goals. The origin of coaching. Well, around 1830, people at Oxford University started using the word coach. They used it kind of like a slang word for private tutors who carried students through their exams. Well, over time, the word coaching came to describe a process where people are transported from where they are to where they want to be. It's very important. Write that down and include that. You are transporting people from where they are to where they want to be. Today's coaching has expanded. I'm just so excited about this field to include a wide variety of specialties that include just the regular counselor to those that are helping in business coaching, those that are helping in health, those that are just in different areas to help you grow. We even have coaches that are student coaches that help students to achieve the goals that they're trying to aspire to while they're in school. So that's amazing to me as I look at how the field has opened up and expanded over the years. One thing for sure, though, that you must understand on today is what coaching is not. Coaching is not counseling. Unlike counselors and therapists, coaches don't focus on what happened in the past. Instead, they help clients establish and go after what can happen in the future. Consulting. Well, unlike consultants, coaches don't advise their clients on what to do. Instead, they ask questions that help clients shift their perspective and discover new solutions. Then training. Like a sports trainer, coaches don't decide the goal or processes for achieving them. You know what? Instead, they help clients establish their own objectives and action plans. I guess what I'm trying to say in summary is that a coach focuses on the future instead of the past, provides questions rather than answers, and offers support instead of making commands. We briefly talked about how there are different types of coaches. Well, I want to share with you the different types of coaches and what their specialties are in this coaching 101 session, so that you can maybe decide what your niche is as a coach, or which area you would like to pursue. Business coaches. Well, a business coach helps executives, managers, and team achieve their professional goals. Career coaches, oh, I got tongue tied right there. Career coaches, they help people with their professional uh, trajectory, as well as their resumes, their cover letters, their profiles, etc., to help them move ahead in their career. Then there are even dating coaches. They help clients improve their success in dating and romantic relationships. There's educational coaches. They help students develop the study skills they need to succeed academically. There's financial coaches. They help people reduce spending, eliminate debt, and start saving money. Health coaches, they help people manage their illness and optimize their well-being. There's life coaches. Yeah, they help clients identify and achieve personal goals. That's what I want you to remember today. Our role as a life coach is to help clients identify and achieve personal goals. Then there are mental coaches. They help athletes and executives obtain and sustain their performance. Mindfulness coaches, they help people and organizations develop present moment awareness. Then relationship coaches, they help people improve their personal and business relationship. And these are just some examples. I guess what I'm trying to get you to understand with coaching, even if you're not going to be a life coach or a career coach, that there are so many fields. You can find your niche in coaching. Whatever your specialty is, you will be able to find a niche in coaching to share with your clients and to help them to meet their objectives. Let's talk about how coaching works. A coaching process, I want you to know, can take many different forms. One example of coaching is momentum method. I like to use that sometime. It has 4 phases. The first phase is goal discovery. The coach begins with an assessment to establish the client's goals, their expectations, and personal preferences. Then there's the habit. Using the assessment, the coach and the client decide a regular practice that will support their goals. Then growth. When the client is making consistent progress, the coach helps optimize the goal and improve their performance. And then graduation. Once the client has met the goal, the coach either ends the relationship or starts a new momentum cycle. I want you to understand on today, coaching is a field where you make a difference in other people's lives, in their careers, in the different things that they are doing. And your goal primarily is to steer them in the direction that they wanted to go in the first place, but you're helping them to break down that process where they can achieve their goals. Let me give you some benefits of coaching. A global coaching client study by the ICF found that out of all clients surveyed, 80% reported improved self-confidence, 73% reported improved relationships, 72% reported improved communication skills, 70% reported improved work performance, 63% reported improved wellness, 61% reported improved career opportunities. Looking back at all of this, I went back and I went through several surveys. And what I found out when I compiled them together is that 99% of respondents indicated that they were a little or somewhat or some were overly satisfied with that experience. And they said that they would repeat the process again. So coaching isn't something where you get a client, you help them through what it is that they're trying to achieve, and then you lose them as a client. No, what coaching does is it opens the door for a long-term relationship with the clients that you have, because no one just has one goal in life that they're just trying to achieve. So you'll be able to help them grow in the areas of their life and achieve their full potential. I'm so excited about this class on today. It's been a while since I've shared and since I've been just going over Coaching 101 and other programs that I have. And, I was like, oh my goodness, as I began to be a little apprehensive about jumping back in there on today. But I thank you for allowing me to share some of this information with you. I know as time goes along, we'll get a little bit better, a little more comfortable with the things that we're sharing, and I'll be able to help you grow and expand as a coach. Listen, at an organizational level, several studies have found coaching to be an excellent investment. A study conducted at a Fortune 500 company showed that their executive coaching produced an overall 788% return on the investment. And most companies, they're worried about what? The ROI, the return on the investment. So coaching, hear me, executive coaches that are listening in, it produced an overall 788% return on the investment. A survey of 100 executives found that constantly together, averaged nearly 6 times the initial investment. Think about that. An article in the Harvard Business Review showed that stock portfolios, I can't speak today, comprised of companies that spend aggressively on employee development outperformed the S&P 500 by 17 to 35%. As a coach, it's important that you understand that coaching helps people feel great and perform at their best. And that in turn, what does it do? It helps that business work more efficiently and it increases their profits. I'm so excited as we're continuing along with this Coaching 101. Now let's talk about costs for services. I've had so many coaches to ask me, they've sent me questions. How much should I be charging for the services that I am providing? Well, over the last 15 years since I've been a certified life coach, the prices have increased greatly. And so I'm so anxious to share this information with you on today. A lot of times as coaches, we're a little fretful and we won't, stress or say exactly what the cost should be. It's unfortunate because it only makes it difficult for coaches and clients to work together. I suggest that you set your prices right on your website. That way, when potential clients are going to your site, they see exactly what the cost would be to get your services provided. Business coaching, $150 to $250 per session. Yeah, junior business coaches or business coaches who generally work with mid-level managers or clients who are trying to coach or be coached for the first time. So people that you're coaching within business for the first time. Now, I kind of got this backwards, but I want to say it correctly. I'm talking about those that are doing junior business coaching in the executive. That's the ones that are in the mid-range of management, not the upper level, because it's more when you move up in the upper level of managers and executives that you are coaching within a company. So for that junior level, can't talk today, it's $150 to $250 per session. And then for the upper level, that's the VP, that's the CEO, the CFO. Yeah, that's the comptroller. Those levels of management is $250 to $400. Then those that are blessed where they are advising the owner of the company, then that's $500 to $800 per session. I tell you, there's a lot in coaching, corporate coaching. If you're offering a senior level kind of like a session where you're in smaller groups where you're talking to them and coaching them. It's $1,200 to $2,000 per session. And then if you do an entire company at one time, we're talking one of these Fortune 500 companies, $50,000 for that session. My mind was blown away as I was going through this. Life coaches, $100 to $200 per session for generic life coaches who generally work with anyone. So that means I don't care if it's the person at the grocery store, your neighbor in the community that you're helping as a generic life coach, because what you're doing is what you're helping them to move forward and accomplish their goals. That's $100 to $200. Then $200 to $300, it focuses on special life coaches who work in a particular niche. And you know what those areas are? Particular niche where you help someone to move from an area that they may have an issue in, and they're trying to accomplish a goal, or they're trying to get over the hump in that area where they can be successful. Then $500, the luxury tier of life coaches who work exclusively with high net worth individuals. Those are the ones that make the six figures and above that you work with. And when you're working with them, $500 per session is standard cost. Behavioral coaches. There's an emerging trend, I want you to understand, of behavioral coaches who are focused on short daily interaction. Sometimes they'll send you something just via text to encourage you, to keep you focused, to get you where you're achieving your goals for that day. The thing I like about behavioral coaches is that they really focus on that short term, mid-range, and they know if you can accomplish that short-term, mid-range, then you can definitely make it to your long-term goals and accomplish them. Listen, you're going to be surprised when I say this to you. Texting, I'm talking sending text messages, $60 to $150 per month in the range. It just depends on how many texts you're sending. Are you sending one every day? Are you sending one every week? That determines how much, but that range should be between $60 and $150 per month. The state of coaching, the industry, according to the global coaching study by ICF, there are roughly 53,300 professional coaches worldwide. Out of this, 35% of the coaches are based in Western Europe and about 33% in North America. I want you to understand that there is an opportunity for you to excel in coaching. But what you have to do is you have to acquire the skills needed. You have to stay the course, be focused, and then realize that the service that you provide, that it helps others to achieve their goals. After you think about this a little bit, I want you to kind of add on to, I'm giving so much information at one time, and I appreciate you. I'm trying to get it in on this one session, because after this, we'll be doing specific lessons that focus on individual coaching techniques. So I want to get all the basic information out of the way today. So the global average yearly salary in coaching is $51,000. But you know, those that have the high-end clients, as a minimal, they're the ones with the high-end clients, they're reporting 100,000 and up per year that they're making being a life coach. I want to encourage you on today, for those that have been thinking about the field of coaching, because it's wide open and there's so many areas where you can excel, where you can do different things. I thank you for today, for allowing me to get back in the groove of things, of sharing with coaching. It is so fulfilling to me to help others to achieve and attain the goals that they've set for themselves. And the coaching process, for those that of us that are coaches, or those that are thinking about it, for me, it's always been life-changing when I help someone achieve their goal. I want to just help you before we close out to becoming a coach. There's never been a better time to be a coach. The coaching industry is growing every day and there's a lot of demand. Many kind of coaches are needed. I want you to know that you can have a successful career in coaching in 2021. The lanes are wide open because you have so many platforms on how you can connect, and you can connect with so many people. For those that are listening in today, I want you to know on my network, LV Network, which I'm so very proud of, which is on Apple TV, Fire TV, as well as Roku. I'm inviting you to partner with me and become a part of our global enterprise channel. It's something that we just started. I'm just anxious to get it going. We have one person that's coming on with fitness, and I'm so excited about that. You'll be hearing the great news on all the different platforms about that in the coming week. We're just gearing up, but I want the coaches that are listening in. If you're looking for a platform where you can come on, you can share your coaching skills, you can invite others, you can do presentations, I invite you to send me an email. You should see it on there how you can get in contact with me, but I'll share it with you. Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. That's Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. I encourage you on today to get started in Coaching 101. And then I will be offering a 4-week course on coaching, life coaching. And I want you to grow and expand from the sessions that I will be offering. This was just kind of like get my feet wet again, back out there sharing with you and training. And so I thank you once again for that. If you want to receive a certificate just from Basic Coaching 101 on today, I invite you to cash at me $25 to Tonya ELA. That's the $ Tonya ELA, TONYA ELA. That's TONYA ELA. And then email me at Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com to receive your certificate for today. This has been so exciting. I've been trying to supply you just with basic information on what coaching is, how you can get started. I just gave you some of the fields that are opening in different areas for coaches, and I gave you an idea of what it takes to get the job done, what's expected of you. I told you what coaching was not, so that you won't get it confused with being a counselor or just a consultant, or that you're doing just basic training. No, it's different from that, because everything that you do, it leads to a person achieving their goals. And most of the time it's through the questions that you ask that help this person to arrive at their destination. Oh, for those that are going to sign up and want to be a part of the 4-week training, I invite you to send me an email to Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. That's Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. And I will send you the Zoom link that you will need to be a part of the 4-week session. The cost for that is $100. I mean, you can't beat that. $100. You will have a 4-week training on coaching. We're going to cover some very specific techniques that can help you to become very successful at life coaching. 15 years of experience. And I tell you, it will help to expand you as a coach and cause you to get better clients, to retain the clients that you have. And it will give you a variety of avenues of how to reach out to other coaches, other organizations, where you can partner together to continue to grow as a coach. Listen, if you're not learning every day as you go along with the things that you do, then you're not growing. I want you to grow as a life coach. So in those other areas as well, if there's a specific area that you would like for me to cover other than life coaching, we can set up a seminar for that as well. I am an executive coach as well as a career coach as well. So I am anxious to share all that information with you. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to just kind of get my feet wet again with sharing information. We had our blunders. I'm sure I had my moments of OMG in my mind. I had my moments of LOL. I can't believe I said that. I had my moments of I can't believe that I did not pronounce that correctly. But I tell you what, I made it till the end. So I encourage you, please be a part of my life coaching session that I'm offering. Send me an email, Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. That's Tonya Gipson Enterprises at gmail.com. Until next time, you have a great day.